All right. Going steady. Episode 3. We're back.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Who's this little pupper? Who's this little pupper?
Our little girl, Kona.
Yeah. So we wanted to make this whole Valentine's Day 2021 podcast all about our new addition to the family. So where to start? Well, we got her from this awesome rescue called Tiny and Tall.
So they have really small dogs and really big dogs, and they are currently running on fosters. So they have foster families that take care of the dogs until they get adopted. And they're actually fundraising right now so that they can have their own facility, because they're working out of someone's house where they transport the dogs from some of the southern states that have kill shelters up here to the north, I think out of St. Charles, so that they can get adopted.
So yeah, we'll link them in the description. We basically, we wanted a dog for a while now. For like all of 2020, we wanted a dog. And we started researching dogs, and a lot of the places, they had these like pretty strict requirements. A lot of them were like, you need a fully fenced in yard. So we looked at our yard and our old fence, and we're like, oh, we need to
Replace the fence.
Yeah, so we went out and got a whole new 6-foot tall fence, so it's fully enclosed. And then we started looking at tons of different places. Oh man, we looked at traditional pet stores. We saw a few like random ads online. We were looking primarily based on the breeds we wanted. I wanted a Shih Tzu. You wanted
a Bernedoodle.
a Bernedoodle. And so we would look up like, Shih Tzus near you. And surprisingly, there's a lot of results. And we would like message the owner. They'd be really excited. They'd be like, oh, we just had a litter.
You
come
can
on
buy
by
them today.
Yeah, come on by, check it out. And a couple of times we went and saw people who it ended up, for both a Shih Tzu and a Bernedoodle, we went and looked, and we just didn't really get a good feeling. This one was like basically like a farm.
No, it wasn't a farm. The dogs came from the farm, even though you could hear dogs barking.
But they were on
the
like a
garage.
big property, and you could tell like the dogs weren't living in the house. They were living like in the building in the backyard. So it's like, it was pretty sketchy, and we're like, we do not want to get a dog from a puppy mill. So finally, you saw this website. It was like, here are the available dogs. And they asked us, what was the whole, go into like the interview process, like everything we had to do.
We saw a dog that we were interested in, and then we had to fill out an application and put a reference. So shout out to Christine for being our puppy reference. And then we had to do a video tour of our house, which was kind of interesting because we've never done that before, just so they can kind of get a feel. Because of COVID, they can't do home visits. And then we would put in for which dog we wanted.
And the first dog we wanted, we got all the way to the phone interview process.
With the foster parent.
Yeah, so the foster parents are the ones that actually get to choose which home the dog goes to. And I think like we did pretty well. I think they liked us. It's just
there were like 8 other families interested.
And we hadn't been approved before that point. I think a lot of the times like you get approved and then you find the dog that you want. So that's kind of what happened. Then the next dog that we saw was this little girl, Kona. So she is a Chihuahua Terrier mix. She's about 18 pounds.
1 year old.
1 year old. And right from the pictures, we just like fell in love. And we were hoping that we would make it through the interview process. As soon as we saw the listing, we contacted the site. And she's here with us now. So we made it. We made it. She's like the cutest little girl. She just had her first bath today.
She went to the vet yesterday in the pet store and got a little goodie bag.
And she has just been a gem. Like, I mean, pretty much what you can expect from a 1-year-old, except for the most part, like, she's house trained. And we've just been, I spent a lot of time making a puppy playpen, like in anticipation for her. I was like, I don't know how she's gonna act, if she's gonna behave, if she's gonna be like a puppy, like running around, like pooping all over the place. And I looked, and puppy playpens can get expensive, like
especially for a big area, not just like a doorway.
Yeah, like over $100. So I was just like, I can make my own, and out of like 2x2s and chicken wire, I like made this puppy playpen. But I don't think we'll need it. She's a very good girl. Maybe we'll use it as like a training arena or something like that. But here, do you want to pose for the camera? I know you just want to cuddle with us, but people want to see you.
They want to see your face. Oh, she just wants to give all the snuggles.
She's got like a terrier body and
with the chihuahua
a chihuahua
ears.
head. Like, her head is so small, her snout is so small, but like she's got a real thick neck and like the most gorgeous.
You want to say hi to the fans?
Yeah, say
hi. Hi. Say hi to the fans. Say subscribe.
Say roll it. Oh yeah, she's a good little pupper. Our little girl Kona.
Kona B.
Yeah, when I first saw the listing, she was in like this leather bomber jacket, and I thought she looked like, I don't know, like an old school like military woman, and the first name that popped in my head was Brenda. So I was joking around like, oh, look at little Brenda. And now that's her middle name. So Kona Brenda Huntley. And when I yell at her, I use the name Brenda, so she never associates her name with something bad. So yeah, do you like the camera? You're really quiet. You're shy. You're kind of camera shy, aren't you? What do you think? Yeah, that's a little red flashing light. That means it's recording. You just want to meet the neighbor dogs. That's the one thing we were told, that she barks at certain action, like certain things that she hears, and there are a lot of dogs in our neighborhood, so we think she wants to like get out and make friends. It's just really hard right now because it's like negative
so
2
cold.
degrees.
And she'll play in the backyard too, but there's a ton of snow.
But she loves cuddles, and she loves like jumping on us. We have to get her to like play. We have to find like some cool
good toy.
toys.
You're gonna get a bark box soon, though. Maybe there'll be a toy in there.
What is that?
It's like a subscription service. It's kind of like FabFitFun, but for dogs.
So like.
So there's like different toys, treats. Sometimes like.
This isn't a sponsored video. We're not like telling you. We haven't even gotten this thing yet. We don't even know how good the stuff is in it.
It's just to like try out new toys and treats to see what your dog likes, and they get like a present each month.
That's cool. What are you excited to train Kona with? Like, what commands, what tricks, what do you wanna?
She needs to learn to wait, that's for sure. Because she made a little dash across the street the other day out of her harness. Well, she had her harness, the leash got loose.
Yeah. Typically, like, you'll be able to get to a crosswalk and then do stop. But I always feel bad, like, stopping in the snow.
Yeah. Especially when people don't shovel the sidewalks. It gets really hard. And when it's icy. She'll be like, she wants to run, and I'm like, if I go that fast, I'm going to slip on the ice, and she's going to pull me, and we're both going to go down.
There's been a couple of times where we're outside, and she just bolts. She then
she stops
and like
shakes.
I like to run, so I'll run with her, and we'll be like full speed down the street in the snow. And then she'll stop, and she can stop like on a dime, but I can't stop on a dime. So there's been a couple times I've like tripped on her. Kona, who are you growling at? You're
You
inside.
can't growl at the fans.
I know you don't see anything out the window. I don't even think it's a mean growl. It's not even like a territorial growl.
Is curious.
She's really curious.
She also doesn't like when other dogs are outside and she's inside and she can't go sniff them. She just wants.
You're a little
She just
xenophobe,
wants
aren't
to make
you?
friends.
She's like afraid of the unknown, but once she gets to know them, she's like super lovable. Even our vet said that she
cuddled up with her.
Yeah. Super friendly. Yeah, she's so calm for a 1-year-old dog. Yeah. I am excited to do like agility training. I want to take her to a dog park and really see how fast she can go. I'm hoping there will be some course or some like tubes and like
The like
seesaws.
teeter-totter thing.
Yeah, and I want to see how high she can jump. She'll jump like over the back of this couch.
Easily. She can fly. Can you fly?
With those
Yes.
ears, she's like Dumbo. I'm sure she can fly.
Should we give her Valentine?
Yeah, we can see if she likes it. She's already had some treats today.
You want your Valentine?
Since it's Valentine's Day, and you can say what your favorite.
Oh, my favorite Valentine's treat, or really any holiday, is chocolate-covered strawberries. So we got little Kona here, a chocolate-covered strawberry-shaped Valentine treat.
Her own. Look at that. Look at that. It's just like her own little.
She's excited.
Does this look good?
Can you smell it?
Oh, I should have grabbed the knife. This is going to be hard to get off. No, I can't. I wish I was strong enough.
You smell so good now that we gave you a bath. You smell like a pina colada. A puppy colada.
This looks like it's going to be really crummy, and I don't know if she'll even eat it on the couch.
Yeah, she likes eating on the floor. Maybe she'll
Chocolate
just
covered
lick it.
strawberry. You want to see it up close? Yeah. Does she not like chocolate covered strawberries?
She probably wants to eat it on the
Here.
carpet or on the mat.
Here.
She likes her treats on the mat.
This is food. It doesn't.
Does it smell like anything?
Maybe like gingerbread.
Yeah. With the hint of beer. It smells like beer to me.
It's really well decorated.
Yeah.
Kona, you don't like chocolate covered strawberries?
She loved the pork braid.
Maybe because she's
that we
on the
gave her
couch.
This morning. Maybe, yeah, that could be.
Okay. Well, you can try this later. You're licking it, so you must like it.
She licks her chocolate-covered strawberries.
Oh yeah, she's eating it. Well, she's licking it.
Is that yummy?
I've never seen a dog like lick treats before, though.
Maybe because it's so big, too.
When we first got her, it was really weird because she just wasn't doing anything. Like, literally would just sit there and look at you, and she'd cuddle a little bit, but she didn't know. It took her a little while to realize that this is her forever home. And I'd never seen a dog so young that just didn't do anything. And so I was a little nervous. I was like, is this dog broken? And it just took her a little while to warm up to us. And
she likes the icing.
And I wonder if her previous owners like really severely punished her because she was scared of us for a while.
Well, and she was before the foster that we adopted her from, she was at another foster who had too many dogs and couldn't keep her. But we're not sure where she was before that. If she was a stray or someone gave her up. Not really sure.
We know she's from Oklahoma. So is Oklahoma technically part of the South?
Yeah.
So she's our Southern Belle.
Yeah.
She's getting through the icing. Maybe she just likes the chocolate.
She's an icing girl. Like the people who only eat the icing off the cupcake.
Yeah. So how do you feel about her being crate trained?
It was definitely really hard the first night because we tried to put her downstairs in her crate and we went up to bed and she cried and barked the whole night long. Like we didn't sleep at all. And then we talked to the foster mom and she recommended putting her crate in her room.
There's some really mixed research as to whether they should be able to see you from their crate.
And sense you. So like she has really good hearing. So she can hear us. She feels better or smell us. And the front of her crate is like mesh, so she can see through.
Yeah,
and then she was fine. She did chew her bed up that was in there. But
I think when she's nervous or has anxiety, she chews. She's a chewer. So we should, maybe a lot of her toys need to be like chew oriented.
And she does have a Kong, but she doesn't really like it. But it might be too big for her.
It's too big. It's just the one that they gave
size,
us.
And she's not that big, so she might need a smaller one. But yeah, now she's getting used to her new crate because she had a different one at her foster.
I think the biggest thing with training is just keeping everything consistent. So like you can do potty training, you can do outdoor training.
She likes treats, so that's good.
Yeah, you could either have them paper trained or outdoor trained, but like whichever one you have to like stick to it. And it's really hard now because it's so cold out, but as soon as it gets warm, I have a lot of things that I want to teach her, and
now she's starting to bite it.
That's another thing is when we first got her, she didn't eat.
She barely ate, yeah.
And
I had to like put water on her nose, and she would lick it off my finger. She wouldn't drink water.
She was like lethargic because she wasn't drinking water. I thought she was dehydrated. We literally had to yeah. So what you got your hand wet?
I'd put my fingers wet, and I'd like wet her nose, and then she'd lick the water off my fingers, but she wouldn't lick the water from the bowl.
You can't be done. You're probably going to have this later when it's on the floor and it's your own. She goes through treats so quickly. Yes, you do. Should we do shout outs to the people who actually watch this? Jeff and Kayla, I know you're going to watch this since you have 2 dogs. We're calling you out. We're using your real names.
And shout out to your dogs.
Yeah, shout out to Sadie and Cooper. I hope we get to have a play date soon. That'd be cool. This is basically just like a gingerbread cookie. We're going to put this on the floor and turn away for 1 second, and I know you're going to devour it.
And then we can have our chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yeah. So that's the start of our story with Kona. I hope we're watching this 10 years from now. See how she is. I hope she becomes a good part of the vlogs. And yeah, we're super excited.
You have anything to say, Missy? She's just here for the treats.
Yep. Okay, is that it?
Yep.
All right. See you later. Bye.